You do something wrong and you feel guilty inside, that guilt is a nafsul lawwama, and it's brought into the conversation about the day of resurrection. Why? Because that guilt inside of us is actually proof of Judgment Day. How so? Allah Azza wa Jalla is telling us, inside our conscience there's a proof for Judgment Day. Because our guilt is basically like an internal moral alarm system. You trip the alarm and it goes off. You do something wrong and that alarm, which we call guilt, goes off. And when it goes off, you feel like this is bad. There should be some consequence of this. The ultimate consequence for all bad deeds happens when? Judgment Day. And an alarm for every little deed that will count on that day goes off inside of you. It's called guilt. That guilt itself is Allah's way of reminding you that you didn't get in trouble, but you still feel bad, right? You feel bad because you know what's coming. Subconsciously even we're programmed with guilt. And guilt, subhanAllah, is such a powerful human emotion, and it's not taught. You can't learn guilt. You can't teach a child to be guilty. It's not like some societies have guilt and other societies don't have it. It is a human. It's a human emotion that is universal, and it's also a human emotion that can be killed. It can be removed. It can be taken out of your psyche. You do enough crimes, what happens? You stop feeling bad. You get desensitized. That nafsul lawwama just becomes a nafsul ammara. It just tells you what to do and you don't think twice about what you have to do. You just do it. You feel no guilt about it. You don't feel dirty inside. You don't feel regret. Not all of that remorse is gone. So the feeling of guilt, this is one of the, all emotions that Allah Azza wa Jalla put inside the human being: fear, anger, anxiety, guilt. All of these emotions, they have their place in making us healthy, functioning human beings. Even the negative ones, they have a place. If there was no fear, we wouldn't fear the akhirah. This wouldn't be the case. If there was no sadness, we wouldn't feel the pain of other human beings. We wouldn't be merciful towards them, because we can't feel sad. We're not capable of it. Every negative emotion also has some benefit. It's supposed to transform into something else. And let me explain how that works. You guys, you take an exam. Two students take the same exam. One of them gets a 50, the other one gets a 50. They both fail the test. One of them is sitting in his desk crying. Tears coming down his eyes. He's so mad at himself. He's feeling so guilty. Why did I not study? Why did I waste my time? Why didn't I do my homework? Etc., etc. The other student gets a 50, sheds a tear, wipes them, and comes over and says, Ustad, I need you to give me 4 more tests like this. I'm not going to stop until I get this right. I need to make this wrong right. They both feel guilty. But one takes his negative emotion and it paralyzes him. And the other takes his negative emotion and it drives him to perfect himself, to better himself, to never make that mistake again. They're not the same. They're not the same. And Allah expects one as opposed to the other.